Welcome back to the Two Robbies and Friends. Big news, France are out after I gotta say, performance for the ages. That Spain performance against France, Rob, I think it's gonna go down as one of the best all-round team performances we've seen in this tournament for decades. I think it was that strong.
I know you're getting a bit nervous as well, mate. But we have also got another game today. England versus Argentina. So your palms are getting sweaty and you're getting a little agitated.
I'll get fired up.
You've got plenty of time before kick-off. We'll get to the game.
And also on today's show, we've got Rachel Deita, a content creator, chatting to Dennis about covering this tournament.
Crying because this was their last waffle that they were going to get to eat before going back.
So France are out. We watched the game at Timeout Market Union Square and had a brilliant crowd with us. Some Spanish fans who were clapping, who were singing, who were enjoying and celebrating their win. This is the best of the action.
Can they frustrate France by keeping the ball? That's really, really interesting for the game.
And the second touch is the one that matters.
Wow. Outside after the game, Rob, that was an exhibition from Spain. I mean, it's a shock, really, given how France have been playing, how everybody thought they were the best team in the tournament. But to be fair, a couple of things. Spain have obviously timed their improvement perfectly. And we never knew about France, Rob, in terms of the one thing that we haven't seen. What if a team possess the ball really well? How are they going to react?
Let me talk about France because that would be my favourite going into the game. We talked early this morning, Rob, and I said the big thing is I don't know what France are like when they haven't got the ball. I've found out now. And today they got dismantled, by the way. They got dismantled by a Spanish team who kept possession. And I'm going to go to the three men in the middle of the field. Rodri.
Brilliant.
Ruiz.
Good.
Dani Olmo.
Best player.
Best player on the pitch.
Amazing.
The best player on the pitch,
compared
Dani
to
Olmo.
Mikel and Olise. There's the two number 10s as a comparison.
One of the matchups we talked about was Rodri and Olise. Can Rodri's possession stop Olise getting the ball? Olise didn't feature in the matchup. 70 minutes, he had to come off the pitch.
But Dani Olmo, he destroyed French's midfield. I mean, we said again, we talked about the 3v2 potential in the midfield. And Dani Olmo is the final piece of that, the attacking piece. He popped up on the right, he popped up in the left, he popped up in spaces. He was superb. There's one thing I'll take away from this game, is that you've got to be a team, and team football wins. Spain were a brilliant team with the ball, a brilliant team without the ball. France are a brilliant team with the ball when they're attacking and dominating. We just saw they are not a brilliant team without the ball or when things get a little tough. I didn't see a ton of fight from the French either, Rob.
There were times, Rob, they were chasing around and couldn't get a foothold in the game. That was what struck me most. All that lovely combination football, all that can we isolate Mbappe, never turned up. They never got anything going in the attacking third where I felt, oh, here we go. This is more like it.
Didier Deschamps, legend. Picked the wrong team. He picked the wrong left back.
I couldn't disagree. Hernandez, physicality when he came on for the last 20 minutes.
Much better. Both the Spanish goals from the right-hand side. We talked about Luca Digne. Yamal was better.
Quicker, bigger threat.
Sharper, and Digne struggles. Made a mistake with the header and then the foul. But I'm still like shocked at how a team, Rob, the front four that we were eulogising, is this the best front four we've ever seen? Football's not just about attacking, it's a reminder. And I'll say something else about Spain. Lots of people was talking about tiki-taka's dead. It's not. Tiki-taka, possession football is not dead.
But that wasn't tiki-taka. That wasn't just tiki-taka today.
Kind of possession.
It was possession, but it wasn't tiki-taka.
Yeah, but it was
they
more
play
possession.
good football. Good football is good football. Possession. The tiki-taka for me is the shorter, intricate passing.
No, I thought they showed it. That's it. That's possession. Keeping the ball, small passes, getting it wide, and that allows you to play up the field together and defend together. It was a immaculate performance. It was a beatdown. It destroyed France in almost every department.
And I think it would be unfair to just talk about possession, because I've got to tell you, when they lost the ball, they didn't have to go and hunt it back.
Yeah.
They didn't allow France to get any rhythm, because the moment the ball got turned over and France got it, they went close and they won it.
Right.
They win it within 2 passes back.
No, you're right.
And then they kept it again. And then France were getting it pulled all over again.
Yeah. And that's what made it very difficult for Mbappe, Olise, Dembele to have the ball and have a little bit of space to go and do their thing, which we know they're amazing at.
Yeah.
I mean, football it's an astonishing game, and today is an example of teams on top. Team wins, individuals don't win, and it's going to be fascinating now to see how they do in the final.
So England, Robbie Earl, are 90 minutes away from reaching the final. Wow. I mean, it's a big deal for me. Yeah. I'm already nervous thinking about the game later on. I'm going to lose my voice, I know I am. But what a matchup, mate. England versus Argentina. Yeah. Let's get straight into it, mate. How's this going to be won and lost?
Well, do we not have to go to the great man, the one individual who stands apart, Lionel Messi?
Yeah.
And really, I suppose the question, and it's been debated, Rob, far and wide, as to how do you deal with Messi? In every game he's played, he's either scored or assisted. He affects the match.
He does.
Whether he's involved, whether he's having rest, whether he's coming into positions, he affects the game. Is it as simple as saying, Elliot Anderson, do a job on Lionel Messi, go and stop Messi, and if we stop Messi, we can win the game with the rest of the players that we have available?
There could be. I think there's got to be a plan for Lionel Messi. It's just how detailed and restrictive it is, right? I think the options are pretty clear. You're Messi. I'm Anderson.
Yeah.
I'm following you around everywhere.
So you're sacrificing Anderson.
Yeah. It's a 10v10 game. Okay. You're not going to affect the game, and we fancy our chances. Now that's kind of a bit old school.
Yeah. And what if I run you to the right wing, the left wing? What if I stand next to the goalkeeper? You're coming with me.
Yeah.
When I go for,
I'm not saying this is what I think they'll do, but it's an option. It's an option.
Option one. So option one is man to man, and Elliot Anderson. You go and do your job. 10v10 rest of the game.
Yeah, and
give me an alternative, because that's old school. That's what we used to do back in the day.
I did it a few times. Man-to-man jobs on Giorgio Kinkladze, Paolo Di Canio, and the hardest one was Steve McManaman, because he was so fit.
Just follow him wherever they go.
Follow him wherever he goes, and also it's not just it's stopping. It's positioning yourself so he can't receive the ball. Yeah. I'm looking up, I'm seeing like what's going there. He's looking for Di Canio, and I'm just going to stand in front of him so he can't get him the ball in the first place. Anyway, this is a little bit old school.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going to see that with England. But I think what we will see is England playing their stuff. When they're on the ball, they're going to try and get the wingers involved and feed it through to Jude, Bellingham, etc. But when it turns over, I think it'll be Elliot Anderson to be right, where is he? And I think that'll be the instruction from Thomas Tuchel, where is he?
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you? You have to. You absolutely have to. He's 39, but he's still super clever. He gets in between the spaces. He's brilliant awareness and vision and slide rule passes, etc. So there's got to be a plan. I think that's what it will look like. What do you think?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think modern day football is about rotations now. It is about changing positions. I think if you just said to one player, stay with him, I think it hurts you as much as it hurts the opposition. So I think there'll be areas of the pitch where people will pick him up and stop his play.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this last night. Now, our good friend Danny Higginbottom, who we work with, who's a brilliant co-commentator, always comes with a line. Sometimes your strength can be your weakness. And the strength of Messi is that he picks the ball up and help. The weakness is, if he's playing on that right-hand side and Nico O'Reilly goes running on, Lionel Messi isn't going with him.
That's absolutely right.
So you might be able to create overlaps on the side where he's resting.
Even if he's resting, as he's been playing as one as a front two, right? In the centre. So if he's not dropping onto Anderson or Rice, they can come back and get the ball and they can look for Jude. And that puts a stress on the Argentinian midfield. I mean, just in other matchups, Rob, and what we might see. An interesting one is Harry Kane versus Cristian Romero. I was reading,
Interesting.
I mean, of course, we follow Romero all the time with Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. He's never been sent off for Argentina. No, I don't know what that means. I don't know how it's different, whether he's more careful.
Is he a different person? Yeah.
But is that going to be his aggressive nature of his play? Yeah. Is that going to put off Harry Kane?
Well, what we know with Cristian Romero is if the ball's there, he wants to win
wants
it.
the physical.
He wants to be physical. Yeah. Now, what Harry Kane's strengths are, not only his ability and his goals, he's got brilliant football IQ. And he's going to drag, and Kane does this brilliantly. Kane doesn't just make runs in centre-box, is he? He attaches the centre-forward. He comes to you, and then he makes his run, and so you have a question. Do I go with him, or do I stay? He makes sure you have a glimpse of me before I make my run.
And if midfield's difficult for them, with Messi, then he's probably going to go.
He's going to go in, and he doesn't want Harry getting it, turning and starting to cause problems. So all of a sudden now, the wide players, Rob, become really important. Can we make some inverted runs? And obviously we know Jude Bellingham is absolutely primed to make deep runs in those positions.
When you think of this game, right, as a whole, Argentina's midfield is a 4. They're a tight diamond.
Yeah.
England's 4 are spread out. We play wingers.
With wide,
Both teams, I think we'd be fair to say, haven't been brilliant going forward. They've been scrappy. They've been determined. I mean, the heart and mentality of both of these is what makes it fascinating. So that's like a toss-up. So to win the game, I think England have got better attacking players, both in the wider areas and in Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham. They've got 2 players that, not that England rely on them, but that can absolutely turn a game. And I think Argentina have 1.
Well, we shouldn't overlook Julian Alvarez, which I think happens.
He's got a brilliant goal. Yeah.
Because, like you say, if Messi's smart enough to be pulling people around, he's incredible at rolling in, Rob, into those spaces. We saw a brilliant goal, a little kind of cameo of what he can do. So there is quality there. And we've seen moments in this team. Enzo's come up with moments. McAllister's come up with moments. Clutch goals when they've needed it. 2-0 down to Egypt with 10 minutes to go.
As an England fan, I am worried about Enzo Fernandez. Because in this system, plays on the left.
Yeah.
And what do we know he likes to do? He likes to roll inside. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be watching the game later on, and I'm going to look at Enzo Fernandez, and I'm like, who's got him?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be our wide right player, really. It's probably not going to be Saka, or is it? He's going to roll inside. And with somebody thinking about Messi, could he be the guy that gets a little bit of space?
He's got to be looking for him to come in field. Tactically, it's also... I just feel, Rob, that both of these teams can and probably will need to play better than we've seen so far, but it could rely on a big moment from one of those headline players that we've talked about.
Yeah, but most likely, let's be honest, it's going to be a scrap. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be scratchy. It's going to be divey and referee. It's going to be. There's plenty of history with these two.
Yeah, on and off the pitch.
It's going to be like that.
The pitch. And these 2 things I'm hoping. The referee's strong, and we're not talking about him making decisions.
Desperate.
And England keep their emotional control. They're going to have to keep them. It's the kind of game where Argentina might poke Jude Bellingham.
Well, that's exactly why we work together to poke Jude, because he's the one who can lose his emotional control a little bit.
And he's a little bit feisty, and he's flying at the moment. We see how he responded to reporter. Jude Bellingham's got to show us he's got the whole deal, not just the football and not just the finishing, but he's got the temperament to be a world-class player, because that's what he counts tonight.
So, mate, it's going to be tight, and I think there's a great chance of it going to extra time and probably penalties. They were talking 2 really, really good goalkeepers. We see them every week in the Premier League, Emi Martinez and Jordan Pickford.
Wow, 2 massisk personalities, if nothing else. I kind of like Pickford. I like where he's at. I like his mentality. Emi's got history. He's got tradition. He's got experience.
Yeah.
He's a big frame,
isn't he?
He's a champion. He's a champion, yeah. It's a really interesting line. I heard McAllister doing an interview yesterday, and he said, we've been here, this semi-finals. We've got, in our group, we've got 7 or 8 champions. And he said, that counts for something.
I mean, if I'm brutally honest, I'd prefer to have Emi Martinez in my goal, stopping penalties, than Jordan Pickford. It's just, I just seen too much of it now. Yeah. He's such a big time guy. I think he'll do a better job. That being said, I think we've got some blimmin' good penalty takers. And Ivan Toney. I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, maybe.
He's a brilliant penalty taker.
Say for that.
Yeah,
well.
so I think on that side of it, I'd favour us, but I think for goalkeepers, for me, what about you? So you'd go with Pickford to be your guy?
Just go Pickford. Yeah, he looks. He's in that kind of half crazy, half like focused mind. He looks like he's really on his game. He loves the moment. He loves the scene, doesn't he? He loves the moment. I might just go Pickford with his athleticism and his kind of off the wall behaviour.
Quite honestly, mate, I hope it doesn't go to penalties.
Say penalties is.
There's no way I can handle that.
Yeah, and a top. Yep. Thank you very much. I have always loved French food and connected with it, mostly on French country food. Classic dishes that are simple in a bistro, sat like we are right now on the street in Manhattan. We have simple but delicious dishes in front of us. A croque madame, prosciutto on top, a good bit of parm. Obviously, this is the restaurant's interpretation of this dish. We have a niçoise salad, and we have some tatin to finish the dish in the most sweet and caramelly way possible. Obviously, best thing with a croque is splitting this egg yolk open. Obviously, we're in Manhattan right now. You could be in Paris, you could be in the south of France, you could be really anywhere and have this, and I think that you would enjoy it, but let's give it a try. Yeah, that would be To me, the best dishes should be simple dishes with great ingredients. That's what this is. Prosciutto and egg, a nice sandwich, good bit of bechamel. It's very French, very Parisian, perfect for sat here in Manhattan on a beautiful summer's day. Good bit of bechamel on the inside of the croque madame, super cheesy, nice salty prosciutto and parm on the outside. Pepsi really brings out all those flavors even more. I love a niçoise salad in the summertime, in the spring, in the fall. I love it mixed dependent upon what's in season and what's at its best. This is a great bowl of goodness, looks healthy, looks fresh. I know it's gonna taste light and summery. Nothing complicated here. But if you want a nice salad on a summer's day, this is a great way to go. It is definitely a classic for a reason. People love this salad. I've always loved a niçoise. And obviously all of these flavors, the saltiness of the capers, those sweet sun-dried tomatoes, Pepsi really helps to amplify those flavors, taste great together. I've always loved this salad for good reason, because it's a classic. Nothing like a little sweet after you eat. Tatin to me is one of the best desserts on planet Earth. I'm not just saying that because I'm eating it, it's so good. Beautiful caramelized golden apples. Pepsi really brings out those caramelized flavors from the tatin, from the apples as well. Great combination. And to me, again, another classic for a good reason. If you find yourself in Manhattan and you want to sit outside on a patio, nice summer's day, and have a light lunch that's made for sharing, and you'll feel a little transported. It's going to be an amazing way to start the afternoon. It's going to be an amazing way to enjoy great food with great people.
Okay, Mustoe, I think it's time to talk about Jude. Just how good is he? How important is he to England? And where can this kid go?
Well, 23 years of age. It's obvious he is one of the stars of the tournament, Rob. Modern day number 10. When you look at him as a footballer, like physically, I mean, incredible physically.
Incredible, yeah.
Got good engine, got great ability for technical feet. He's physical, he can get into the box, he can defend a little bit. He is playing the best I've ever seen him play. 23, he's probably going to get better.
So why was there talk 6 months ago that maybe he wasn't going to be a fit for the manager? He's got personality, Robbie. He doesn't mind being a little bit abrasive. We saw that with an interview he did recently. Is that part of the players that make him who he is?
Yeah, I think so. It's really interesting because, I mean, Thomas Tuchel left him out of a squad.
Yeah.
And there was comments made about him. And you've got to say it's worked.
Yeah.
It's worked. And maybe he's a guy that needs to be poked.
Absolutely.
And like, you know, it's not all about you and be a team player, which he's done spectacularly well. So the way that Tuchel has managed him has obviously got the best out of him. And I think now the England fans, because, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it was the last tournament, I'm like, come on, Jude.
You want to
give us some more energy and some more involvement.
And all of a sudden it's clicked together now, and the fan connection's brilliant, Rob, isn't it?
Which
the
is
celebration, and maybe that's important to him
the
as well.
song, the Hey Jude. I think he's that person, and you got to remember, Rob, like you say, he's 23 years of age. He's 9 years younger than Harry Kane. He's going to be the face of English football for the next 10 years if he continues on this path.
I was at Miami. It was an amazing game. At the end of the game, I'm with my boys, and he comes over, like you said, that song, we're all singing Jude, and there was something in he just stood there and just took it all in. And I said to my boys, like, just look at this guy. Like, I mean, it's got to be pretty amazing when you got so many tens of thousands of England fans singing a song for him, and he looked like he was taking it in. So I think he's totally engaged. He's absolutely up for it. And I mean, his production is off the charts good, so I love him.
It kind of looks like he needs the fans as much as the fans need him, which is a pretty nice combination.
Perfect. So we finally got Dennis out of the New York restaurants back into our studio. Here's his chat with TikTok content creator Rachel Deita.
So Rachel, thank you so much for joining us today.
Of course.
How has the tournament been for you so far?
Oh, it's been incredible. I was talking about it with the guys earlier. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do after this week because my entire life has been the tournament. I've been traveling all around the country, and it's been amazing. And we're capping it off the right way in New York.
How has it been, online and leaning into football, immersing yourself in football culture and community?
Honestly, they have been loving it. Like, there are so many of my fans that are like, please don't stop covering this, which I'm not going to. I'm figuring out where this falls into my content after. It's actually been a very warm welcome. But I also, again, I've seen the biggest of difference between group stage and tournament and like knockout rounds. But because I feel like in the group stage, even it was more like some fans of some teams, but then also complimenting other teams. And then it's like, yeah, but when Norway plays Brazil, like, it's all off the table. Like, now we're all in on our team.
Even for me, I'm a newer in the grand scheme of things. I'm a newer football fan, but I love community. I love the folks who gather at the table specifically or around a television.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where we're better people when we gather.
For sure.
Just in general, and I think sport has this incredible ability to bring people together. Food and sport, maybe music, are the only things that we really gravitate towards everywhere in the world.
You've seen that on social media too, like everybody coming to the States who just like sharing their experience of America. It's like we get a bad rap sometimes. Dude, I saw somebody in their car on their last day in the States crying because this was their last waffle that they were gonna get to eat before going back. But you know what? There are some little things I feel like that we overlook that are just like great about our country.
Like ranch sauce. You're right, and I've seen a lot of that online. Obviously, as you walk, you've been all over the country. You've gone to games. Have you found that there's a specific community that you've kind of gravitated towards, or that you would want to hang out with going forward because they're so much fun on match day?
Portugal fans were incredible. Like, being on the pitch with Ronaldo was also just crazy. Him taking the field and just hearing the roar, hearing the soo of literally all of the fans around the stadium was really, really cool. And also like their outfits, their face paint. Another one that's kind of, they were a smaller group, but they were really loud, was Senegal, actually. They were really fun. The Congo DR fans were really fun. Wait a second. The Australia fans, they brought all of these like blow up animals, like kangaroos and alligators. Like, they leaned all the way into their stereotypes, which I kind of loved. They had like the hats, they had the whatever. They're like, we are Australia. There's probably some Vegemite in there too. The Netherlands fans, I also met up with them in Milan for the Winter Games. And so that was almost kind of cool. Obviously not the same people, but like seeing the Dutch fans again, because they're so friendly.
I do think authenticity is the most attractive thing in content, and I think that we're wise. We see through if somebody's being inauthentic, and I think all people want is someone's unique perspective on something, and that's for me why I love culture, and I love community, and I love all the other things. I love what happens on the pitch, obviously, but I love everything else.
Yeah,
it wouldn't make sense
for sure. And that's just what I've been trying to do. And I think it's resonated. I do think it's resonated, for sure.
You're in New York.
Yeah.
The final's going to happen very soon. Amazing game tonight, final on the weekend. What are you looking forward to? What are you looking forward to over the next few days? What are you looking forward to covering over the next few days while you're here?
Yeah, so it's really cool because there's so much going on in the city, and I have so many different events and opportunities, and actually doing more with TikTok. They have this clubhouse that they're doing in New York to watch some of these games. So I'll be doing a lot of that, doing the red carpet for Time 100 Sports Gala, which I think is really cool. But for me, my sights are still on July 19th. How can I cover this final match to the best of my ability? So how can I do the best that I possibly can? I've been saving video ideas, saving content ideas, like these are, the players to look out for. These are the players that hopefully I can maybe interview after the match. Like, what is that insight going into it? So I've just been also just preparing for that in the meantime.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited for it.
I mean, I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I was going to say I'm jealous. I'm not jealous because I want it for you. I'm envious because I would love to be there. But yeah, it's amazing. And truthfully, I think it's a good shout for anybody who's wanting to get into the creative space is, it's a job and you take it seriously. You do your research. Absolutely. You're well prepared. I think often people think that folks who work in the creative space just kind of show up. And it's very much not the case if you want to take it seriously. So. And
we're new media. Like we are the new media, and I think this is a great opportunity for anyone who wants to get in the space.
100%. And this summer has been amazing. Obviously, the tournament has been amazing, and I think you've done an amazing job of bringing people together online. So thank you for what you do.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. It's been incredible.
Rob, we spoke recently about this France team saying if they won this tournament, they would probably go down as one of the best teams ever. They didn't win this tournament.
No.
So would they now go down as one of the best teams to never win the tournament?
Well, it's really interesting because they're going to be filed for me as incredibly talented attackers that didn't win the tournament. And I think when you look back in history, particularly if I think back some of those Brazil teams, 2006, you had Adriano, was added to Ronaldinho and Ronaldo and that brilliant.
Oh, no.
I know they won it in 2002, but you'd expect them to do it again. And there's many others, Rob, but it goes back to being a team. And I think that's what we learned in that first semi-final, is that it's not just about attacking players. And that's why we said, if they win out, and they obviously haven't shown enough for the other side of it, like some of these other teams, to be the team to go and win it.
And also teams, in terms of Spain, means obviously lots of possession, but their togetherness, their ability to get through different situations.
Right.
I look at England, Rob, and that golden generation of England. I think you can start with Rio, with Sol, with Stevie G, with Frank Lampard, with Michael Owen, with Wayne Rooney.
All in the 2000s,
in that 2000 period where, they should have, surely they should have won a tournament, Rob, shouldn't they? But to have that much ability.
You know that favourite phrase that I always use, mate?
You durability?
No, that one as well.
Okay.
Artists and soldiers. Are these teams got too many artists and not enough soldiers? Or players that can do a little bit of both?
Yeah, I think Stevie G could do probably a bit of both.
He could do a little bit of both.
Paul Scholes, maybe?
No, I don't think he was great without the ball. Beckham could do a little bit of both. I don't know. I think what we know now, we've been in this game a long time, playing it and analysing it, is that it does take a team. Yeah. And you've got to be able to adjust to whatever the game's giving you. And the game yesterday with France was like, wow, this is, which we said it might be, difficult without the ball. And they didn't make the adjustments needed to find a way, whether that's the wingers come back to help out or whatever it was. I mean, great teams find a way to do that.
Is there something to do with the individuals? Well, let's think of Holland, Rob, who've never won the trophy.
They've lost two finals.
I mean, the Johan Cruyff era. I mean, how many brilliant players have come out?
Well, that's what we're talking about. We say best, Rob. We're thinking about attackers and with the fluid movement and the total football and all this. Well, great. But what about when the other team's good?
Yeah.
What about when the other team's good? And the balance is what made some of these great teams not go and win it. Again, the Spain performance against France was so good in different ways, both with the ball and without the ball. Yeah. That's what you've got to do to win things, I think. So here's one for you. After watching Rodri command the midfield for Spain against France, is he the best midfield player in the world right now?
You probably have to say yes, based on what he's doing in games and the way he is controlling the match. He's almost, Rob, like he's got this physicality of a centre forward in the skill set of a number 8. And the thing that stood out to me yesterday, and the passing never kind of takes your breath away. He can pass from A to B and he can slide a ball through. Do you know what really impressed me yesterday? Beyond everything else, he beat up Mikel Olise, by the way. He beat Olise up. He bullied Olise out of the game. Olise almost wanted to come off. There was 2 or 3 challenges when he went in. There was 2 or 3 times Olise had the ball. He went and bumped him. And there was one on the touchline. And this is I'm talking about a skill set player, a player who can have possession and play. But there's another element, there's another piece to him that is almost unique.
I think when you consider it right now, he had a brilliant game. We watched him very closely last year on the back of an ACL injury, and he was not the best midfield player in the world. And Pep said it himself. He said, you'll only see the best of Rodri when he's got more time to get over and get used to his movements with a different ACL in his knee. So others might argue that. Vitinha, PSG, different time. Such a busy, brilliant, creative midfield player. You can go to the Premier League and think of Arsenal and Declan Rice. I think Elliot Anderson, you know, I feel about him. I think he's going to. Yeah, and obviously signed for Manchester City now, with or without Rodri. We have to wait and see what happens in the transfer market. So I'm not jumping on this that he is the best midfield player in the world right now. He's on the back of a brilliant game, yes, and if he keeps that up, then he is. But I don't know. We've got to remember what he's done.
What you say is best, but let's also remember pre-injury, you know, a Ballon d'Or winner.
Incredible. Yeah,
a Ballon d'Or winner.
But the question was right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely was. And it's, like you said, he can score important goals. He's done that before. He can lead. He can be physical. He's a brilliant, brilliant player. But post-injury, we're starting to see it again.
The only thing I would say, if that Spanish team now, if there was one player missing, I think the one player they couldn't replace would be Rodri.
Yeah, it's been the same for City.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's outstanding.